Most of us dream of achieving financial freedom, but the harsh reality is that without the right systems in place, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of making the same money mistakes over and over again. In this video, I'm going to share 7 of the biggest money mistakes that sabotage your finances, and, more importantly, I'll provide tips on how to break free from them. So, let's dive right in. Number 1. Keeping your head in the sand. In psychology, there's a term called avoidance coping, which describes how people often dodge information they perceive as negative or threatening. This tendency is especially common when it comes to money and personal finance. Many believe that by ignoring a problem, they can sidestep the discomfort it brings. For instance, someone might hesitate to discuss a pay raise with their boss because they dread that uncomfortable conversation or fear a rejection. Similarly, they might avoid discussing financial goals with their partner, knowing it often leads to frustration due to differing priorities and values. Some individuals even choose to ignore bills or expenses because they can't afford to pay them. While avoiding these discomforts might provide a momentary sense of peace, all we're really doing is postponing the pain and delaying our progress toward larger goals. So, what can you do instead? Make it harder for yourself to bury your head in the sand. One effective strategy is to implement something called behavioral nudges, a concept I picked up from the book Nudge. The idea is to introduce subtle changes in how choices are presented to you, encouraging better decision-making without limiting your freedom. The core principle is to create systems and structures that make it more challenging to ignore important financial responsibilities. For example, you can set up automatic alerts for financial activities. Every time your bank account hits a low balance or when an upcoming bill payment is due, you receive a reminder, keeping your financial situation front and center. Another effective method is to automate your savings and investments. This way, you can avoid the temptation to overlook these critical tasks. Behavioral nudges leverage psychology to steer you toward more beneficial habits while preserving your autonomy. Number 2. Obsessively comparing. This is a huge issue that can drain your finances indefinitely if you let it. In our hyper-connected world, especially through social media, we're constantly exposed to what others are doing and what they have that we don't. This often leads to the popular phrase, keeping up with the Joneses, which describes the tendency to compare ourselves to others and strive to match or exceed their perceived social status and possessions. When you obsessively compare yourself to others, you might find yourself spending way beyond your means or making decisions based on what others have instead of focusing on what you truly want. You may feel pressured to upgrade your house, your car, or your entire lifestyle just to keep up with or impress others. To combat this urge, it's crucial to find a strategy that helps lessen the desire to keep up with everyone else. One of the most impactful methods I've found is the ideal end state exercise. Grab a piece of paper and a pen and create a detailed bullet list of what you want in your ideal life. Be specific. Think about what your day looks like, who you're surrounded by, what activities you're engaged in, and how you're feeling. Once you have this list, each time you're about to make a purchase, ask yourself if it aligns with your ideal end state. For example, does buying that flashy car truly match what you envision for your life? If it doesn't, remind yourself of what you're really aiming for and redirect your spending, saving, and investing to realign with the goals you've laid out. Number 3. Not turning your capital quickly enough. In my work and content around money, I frequently hear from people about their financial situations. One thing that stands out is how many individuals are sitting on substantial cash reserves, $50,000, $60,000, or even $70,000, just parked in their bank accounts. Often they aren't saving for anything specific and say things like, "I've spent so long saving this, I can't let it go." It's time to shift that mindset. Keeping all that money in a bank account is one of the most inefficient uses of your financial resources. When your cash just sits there, you're not allowing it to circulate quickly enough to generate more money for you. Essentially, you're missing out on the opportunity for your money to work hard on your behalf. Now, let's talk about some strategies to turn your capital quickly and make it earn for you. The best short-term approach I've found is to invest in yourself through education and skill development that can boost your earning potential. This is one of the most underrated strategies out there because you become a priceless asset that generates more income. For example, if you take a video editing course, you can turn that skill into a side business offering your services. This not only diversifies your income streams, but also provides an extra cushion alongside your 9-to-5 job. For a longer-term strategy, consider investing in index funds that track the S&P 500 or the global market index. Historically, these investments have delivered far higher returns than simply letting your money sit in a regular savings account. This way, you're enabling your funds to work harder for you, leading to better financial growth. When you don't actively manage and deploy your capital to maximize returns, you miss out on so much potential wealth. Remember, investing in yourself, your education, and your skills can significantly elevate your financial game in both the short and long run. Number 4. Not assigning an hourly rate for yourself. The concept of an hourly rate is all about understanding the value of your time. It's essentially the amount of money you can earn per hour for the work you do. This is a crucial idea because it helps you figure out how to allocate your time effectively and maximize your earnings. According to Naval Ravikant, if your hourly rate is, let's say, $100, then any task you undertake that you don't enjoy and is valued at a lower rate, like $15 or $13 per hour, should be outsourced or delegated. Remember, time is a finite resource. You only have 24 hours in a day, and you want to spend that time as productively as possible, focusing on higher leverage activities that align with your hourly rate. And it's not just about cramming your schedule with high leverage tasks. Sometimes it's about freeing up time so you can rest and recharge. When you take the time to rejuvenate, the hours you do work become much more productive. So, take a moment to evaluate your daily tasks, both at work and at home. What are the lower value tasks you could potentially outsource or delegate? For instance, if you have a steady job, think about how much you could save by outsourcing household chores like cleaning, cooking, or laundry. By delegating these tasks, you can use that freed up time more effectively. Knowing your hourly rate and identifying those lower value tasks can help you optimize your time and ultimately maximize your earnings. Number 5. Not living on 90% of your income. One effective strategy to enhance your financial health is known as the one coin, N coin strategy, which comes from the classic book, The Richest Man in Babylon. This concept revolves around the idea of living on just 90% of your income. By training your mind to focus on this goal, you can redirect the remaining 10% towards savings or investments. If you're not setting aside a portion of your take-home pay, it can be incredibly challenging to escape the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. When you spend everything, or nearly everything, you earn, you'll always find yourself needing to work harder for more money. This approach prevents you from allowing your money to work for you passively through the power of compound interest. If you're struggling to save or invest that critical first 10%, here are a few helpful strategies. Pay off high-interest debt. First, while it may not seem intuitive at first, tackling high-interest debt should be your priority. By eliminating this debt, you free up more of your income to save and invest toward your goals. Automate your savings and investments. Set up automatic transfers on a monthly or weekly basis from your main account to a high-interest savings account. This simple action can make the process of saving and investing feel effortless, reducing the friction often associated with these tasks. Plan for large expenses. Major expenses like car registrations or vacations can sneak up on you and drain your savings or throw your budget off balance. To combat this, plan ahead by breaking these larger expenses into manageable monthly saving goals. This proactive approach can help you avoid unexpected financial strain. By implementing these strategies, you can ensure that you're living within your means while simultaneously setting yourself up for future financial success. Number 6. Focusing on cutting back instead of making more. In the realm of behavioral economics, there's a fascinating concept called loss aversion, which suggests that people tend to feel the pain of loss more intensely than the joy of an equivalent gain. This can lead many to fixate on cutting their spending to avoid financial loss, rather than taking calculated risks to increase their income, even when the latter could lead to significantly better financial outcomes. While there is certainly merit in saving and scaling back on expenses, especially when aiming for significant life goals, like purchasing a house, buying a car, planning a wedding, or funding your children's education, The real issue arises when you become overly consumed with trimming the small expenses. By focusing on these minor cuts, you may inadvertently neglect larger opportunities to increase your income. Consider this. Eliminating daily lattes might save you around $100 a month, but negotiating a $5,000 annual raise is equivalent to saving 50 months' worth of lattes. It's essential to recognize that while there is a ceiling on how much you can cut from your budget, the potential for increasing your income has no such limit. So, instead of solely focusing on saving the small change, consider investing your time and energy into opportunities that can lead to greater income. This shift in mindset can significantly impact your financial trajectory in the long run. Number 7. Not tracking your expenses. Not tracking your expenses is like driving your car without a fuel gauge. You never really know how much fuel you have left or if it'll be enough to get you to your destination. When you're unaware of how much you're spending and where your money is going, it often leads to overspending, running out of funds, and experiencing unnecessary financial stress. This lack of awareness makes it incredibly difficult to save, invest, pay off debt, and ultimately reach your financial goals. A great starting point is to track your spending to understand where your money flows each month. Once you have that insight, use this information along with your short-term and long-term savings goals to create a budget that encompasses all your income sources and expenses. From there, identify areas where you can redirect your spending, whether it's towards savings, investing, or paying off debt. So there you have it, 7 of the most common money mistakes that sabotage people's finances, along with tips on how to break free from them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay happy.